Let me show you the solution that demonstrates the benefit of applied AI and Microsoft Power Automate along with Power Apps and other applications that we're going to be discussing. Most of these applications are readily available in your corporate environment. We will calculate the cost and benefits of this solution, and you will see that it is indeed achievable and effective. Not only productionally effective, it's cost effective. Most importantly, it addresses one of the pains that I personally suffered through many procurement meetings. By the way, when we call these procurement meetings, it doesn't mean that it's only dedicated to procurement. We can always adjust the topics of the meeting, and with minor changes to the process logic, we can repurpose this solution to different meetings. But in this case, we are talking procurement meetings and procurement agenda and weekly meetings that we are usually running in manual form based on Excel trackers and collecting information on email and in personal discussions, and then continuously updating these Excel trackers that no one really sees but the secretary, and everything is disjointed and disoriented and not really flexible and not contemporary at all. What we can do when we apply this solution? First of all, we can manage the ongoing tasks that appear in the procurement meeting as the voice note. This voice note will be automatically converted into text, and this text then is going to be translated into SharePoint tracker, which is, as we all know, online, easily accessible, easily adjustable, and prepared for all the future enhancements that we can possibly need. After the meeting, we will generate the minutes, and we will retain the audit trail for ourselves, and our tracker will serve as the backbone for reminders, follow-ups, and all the important actions that are related to maintaining the momentum that we have identified during these meetings. So all in all, that should be a great solution. Our next step is going to be the discussion of its costs and benefits. We'll start our cost and benefit analysis with the reminder that this solution is based on the standard Microsoft 365 stack. So these are the standard licenses in the top left corner. And I want to remind you that Power Apps Premium and Power Automate Premium also include 5,500 AI build credits that you will use for your AI action prompt related actions within the proposed solution. And this allocation is absolutely enough to cover your needs, because each meeting, roughly 10 voice notes, will only take 22 credits, and going forward, it may increase to 30 or 40 credits when we will introduce some additional functionality, but still we are talking fractions of what is available under existing licenses. Then we will have to translate speech to text. For that matter, we are using Azure speech services, which only cost $1 per audio hour, and you are not going to be talking for hours. You are going to be leaving brief voice notes of 10 or 15 seconds each maximum. But nevertheless, Azure is available on free trial. Right now I'm using it as a free trial, and so can you. And then we use the premium connector in Power Automate, which is called Cloud Convert. This connector is necessary to translate the Power App voice format, the so-called WebM format, into something which is readable for Azure, which is VAV. But there we are talking about 2 cents per voice note. And also there is the free tier, which gives you 10 free messages every month. All in all, we are talking peanuts. We are only talking 20 to 22 cents extra cost over and above of what you're having with your standard Microsoft 365 licenses. At the same time, we are doing very pessimistic estimate of the time spent by the secretary, just one person, who helps the manager to run the meeting. And we estimate that time saving around 1.5 or 2 hours. And then you can see the cost assumptions. But most importantly, we are talking about the value, which is the flexible, contemporary, audit-ready solution, which avoids all the manual labor and Excel trackers and helps you to build the footprint for the future development of this solution that will help you to become much more efficient in running your meetings. Let's see what we prepared on SharePoint to support the solution. This is the meeting master tracker, then meeting action list. Meeting attendance is prepared for some future enhancements, and meeting minutes and voice notes are the libraries to retain the audit trail and some history documents. Here you can see that we implemented our Power App into Teams. And so we start the meeting. Let's see what happens thereafter. First of all, we have the availability of the screen to record notes, but first, let's get back to SharePoint. And we will see that the meeting has been created and it's active. Prepare IT category management plan by next Friday. Responsible Sergey Dovgalenko. Priority regular. Topic category. Provide procurement plan to the CEO office by next Wednesday. Priority emergency. Responsible Sergey Dovgalenko. Topic general. Let's see how our voice notes have been recorded. We see both of them here in the library, along with transcripts. And now let's see our AI has structured all the inputs from these transcripts into the meeting action points. That's the ready-made tracker, where you see the completed date and the status of each of the points, so you can use it as an online tracker. And the owner part has to be updated by the secretary, because the voice to text does not recognize names and family names very good, so we use owner text as the help for the secretary to input the proper name of the responsible person. And the secretary can always revisit the transcript or the voice file to update any of the irregular inputs here. For instance, we would recall that the second point was scheduled for the next Wednesday, while today is Wednesday, and so AI recognized today's date as the milestone, as the deadline. We'll change it to the next Wednesday. You can see here we mentioned next Wednesday. We still have the human in the loop, to control the quality of inputs by AI. When we finished recording all the voice notes, we will end the meeting and we will generate the minutes of meeting. Let's now return to SharePoint. And we see that first of all, our meeting has been closed. There is the link to the minutes of meeting. And there it is. 2 points, 2 voice notes that we have worked with. That's it.